everyone. So I wanted to talk about The Art of Happiness by Epicurus. This is my first philosophy video that I kind of just wanted to have on my YouTube again and again. So then I have a video reference for myself, honestly, and if you guys enjoy it as much as I do, and the way that I explain it or just talk about it is satisfying to your brain, then welcome. Okay, so in The Art of Happiness, Epicurus basically just talks about his whole gist, right? His whole philosophy. I want to focus on his letter to Herodotus. I'm not going to go into who Herodotus is, or even who Epicurus is. Epicurus is just a philosopher. He lived over, okay, I'm just going to give it to you, I guess, anyway. But he lived over 2,000 years ago. That's the most that I'll give you. But he talks about 6 main things, right, that he believes in. And it's interesting because for someone who lived over 2,000 years ago, he already believed that, one, everything is made of atoms. There may be infinite worlds. The earth is not a special place, and that death is nothing to fear. And he figured this all out without the telescope being invented or any microscopes being invented. So, anyways, this first one, right? Epicurus believed nothing comes from nothing. So things don't magically appear. So, fire comes directly from fuel. Life comes from life. A plant comes from seeds. Nothing. There's no myth or magical causation. So he doesn't really believe in the whole, oh, and there was light. It's something caused that light. At the same time, nothing truly disappears. It only changes form. So he really concluded that reality must be built off of these tiny eternal particles, right? And so he said the universe contains only 2 things: matter and empty space. So that is your bodies and your void. And without space, nothing could move. Without particles, nothing could exist. So that means that thunder wasn't really any god's anger. Disease, the plague, whatever it was, wasn't any type of punishment for our sins. Sort of, nature had, again, its specific causes. And these causes could be understood. So, again, that kind of challenged religion, any type of superstition and fear that we as humans typically hold. So this is Plato. Don't confuse him with Epicurus. But I wrote here very anti-Plato. So he made an even kind of crazier claim. So if atoms are infinite and space is infinite, why would there only be one world? So he believed that there may be, and key word is maybe. He doesn't exactly prove in this book that there is, but he's open to the possibility that there are countless worlds. Some with life, some being empty, or some currently being formed right now. And in a way, you could think of it as, in present time, we've discovered billions of other galaxies. So those could be and maybe and or possibly those countless other worlds that he was mentioning, right? But again, he's a philosopher, so his kind of idea wasn't exactly just science, right? Epicurus firmly believed that people suffer because they fear death. And so he asked, I'm going to zoom out here for 4, 5, and 6. This right here is Sir Francis Bacon. He is the father of empiricism. And here's a quote that I will mention later. But Epicurus believed that people suffer because they fear death. So he asked, why would you fear something you'll never experience? And so here comes this quote of his, why should I fear death if I am, death is not, if death is, I am not? Why should I fear that which can only exist when I do not? So he believed that death is really nothing to you. And that idea can sort of comfort people for centuries. And he wasn't trying to do anything like, I don't know how to explain. All he was trying to do was make people feel free from the fear of death, free from any superstitions, myths, and just being able to say, oh yeah, this just magically happened. And free from essentially chasing things that to his eyes don't really matter. So yeah, what he kind of based all his knowledge on was on our senses. Again, a very empiricist way of thinking. Senses are the truth and the where we get our objective truth, and any errors and any falsity that we get is from our interpretations of what we sense. And he goes more into what exactly are we sensing. He has this word called ideola, that is basically just, in how I understood it, kind of just a representation of the objective truth, and that is what we perceive, sort of. But yeah, a lot of very cool stuff. So I don't know, subscribe if you want some more content talking about different like philosophy and stuff. I am just kind of bored, and I like philosophy and I like running, and so a lot of the stuff on this channel is probably just going to be fitness related stuff and philosophy related stuff. So yeah, that's a little something from The Art of Happiness by Epicurus. Cool.